everyone. We have Marjorie, our special guest. Hello, Marjorie.
Hello, Ari. Thank you for having me. It's so good to be here today.
Oh, no, thank you for coming and recording. Okay, it's been a while. I think last time I saw you was like 2019.
I guess, right? I think it was in 2019. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
been a
it's been a
while.
while. Yeah, so I'm very anxious to hear from you what you have been doing. But first, I think the first time I met you, you were like, I'm not asking you, I'm not going to ask your age or anything like that. I'm going to be very polite, but I have to place people on time. I think the first time you were like 10 years old.
Yes, first time we met, I was 10. Um,
And,
yeah, it was back in my childhood.
okay,
And
good.
I was around 10. Today I'm 28 years old, so
I
it's been
haven't asked.
years. I know. It's fine. Oh, fine.
Yeah, good.
Um, so it's been 18 years, I guess.
Really? Oh
Majority.
my God. Time flies, right? Time flies. Not for you. You're looking great,
Thank
really.
you.
Yeah, and tell us then. What I remember that you were just like 10 years, and you had already started learning English. Tell us your story with English language. I know you have a long while studying, and I know you speak as well. But I would let you tell us, please.
All right. So English for me was actually a big part of my life in general, not only for studying the academics, but um, for everything that happened good in my professional and also my social life, because I've made great friends, right?
Nice.
So that was also thanks to English. So as you said, um, I started learning English when I was 10,
Nice.
and that was in a small language school in the countryside of São Paulo, and where you also helped me a lot with introduced me well to English too, and that's where I started in a language school. And I fell in love immediately. That was very nice for me. It was like a hobby to listen to the CD on my PlayStation 1 to do homeworks.
Nice.
And
Good. Great.
yeah, it was very, very nice. So I think
Uh,
that was.
Margie, just to place people, where are you now exactly then? Because we have just met and we start recording. We haven't
Hmm.
talked. Yeah, guys, people there listening, we haven't talked. Since 2019 is the first time, I'm talking to Marjorie. So where are you exactly now? Are you in São Paulo?
I'm in Korea. I'm in Seoul.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, good morning from Korea.
Nice. So you have to place us in history then. You were in a small town in the countryside of São Paulo. Place us, give us the timeline. Then you moved to home. You tell.
Yeah, right. So when I was so I was born in the capital of São Paulo, and
Nice.
then I just noticed this was short. Um, so
No, looking
I
great,
was
looking great. Everything is real here. We're not editing the video, as I said. Yeah, we're not editing anything.
um. So I was born in the capital, and then I went to the countryside of São Paulo, right? In a small town called Vargem Grande do Sul, and
Okay.
then um, and then I spent my childhood and my pre-teenagehood there, and then I moved to the Middle East and I lived in Dubai for a while, and then I moved to the UK, and I got to finish my high school there, where
In UK.
in the UK, yeah.
Nice. But was that a peculiar reason why you moved to Middle East?
My mom used to work for Emirates.
Okay.
Nice. She worked. She was part of the cabin crew, so she was. She had to live there.
So she basically took you with her. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. And okay, so to synchronize my English with my life.
There we go.
By 10 years old, I started to learn English in Beijing, the small language school, and then I moved to the Middle East, and then in the Middle East, I was also studying language separately from the normal school, and in another language school, and then of course you would speak English abroad because I wouldn't speak Arabic. I don't know how to speak Arabic yet, at least.
Yeah. But how was your English back then? How was since you're 10 years old, moving to Middle East? How was your English? Did you manage to speak?
So I had this very nice vocabulary already, even though I didn't have a nice development on talking, on listening very well, or talking, or exchanging. I already had this base, this foundation. So learning in Brazil and the way I did with you too was very nice, because that gave me a lot of vocabulary and a nice start, right? Even though, like, of course it's hard to get fluent and like really, really good when you're learning in language school, but it's very essential that you have this nice foundation, this base from vocabulary, so that you can actually enhance and develop the other things while you're out or you're abroad.
Okay.
So yeah, it was in the intermediate, I would say.
When you left Brazil?
When I left Brazil. Right? Yeah. Intermediate, advanced, but then it was a kickstart for me to get fluent.
And you love language.
So I love language.
So basically, I think for you was kind of easy to improve your English while you were there with in Middle East, living with your mom, especially as to UK. Tell us them from there, from the Middle East, from your communication intermediate level, moving to UK. Then can you replace us?
Yes.
All right,
so in the Middle East, I had this. So I had to stumble to then get to the UK and then get fluent. But in the Middle East, as I said, I already had a lot of vocabulary, but I wasn't quite fluent yet. I used to have this I would be stuck sometimes. I would lose words and connections to assemble phrases and sentences in general. But then something happened when I went to the UK, because when I went to the UK and I was actually with people my age and things were new because it was like an exchange student thing.
Okay.
It was like my brain clicked.
Nice.
And then I was simply fluent. I don't know what happened, but it was like first week I was already talking a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
It clicked. It was so nice. But then I did find some difficulties in the process, but it was nothing compared to the Middle East or in Brazil at all. It was very, I don't know, maybe
go maybe.
Yeah, maybe because I was in the UK and people were fluent too, and in the Middle East, you find some people there like
right. I was kind of just about to ask that. How did you find the accent? Because I can place your British accent at the moment, right? Is that right? So, yeah. Hmm?
I don't know.
And yeah, that's the thing. We the accent, right? But then, back then, you moved to UK. You in Brazil when you learn English, people tend to learn like the American sort of accent, and then you go to the Middle East, you might have people that speak different languages.
Yeah.
I know by fact that you pick some other languages, okay? I know that. But you're going to tell us in a minute, okay? And then you went to UK and just kind of just click. Do you think that by having a foundation like you play, as you said, helped? Because that's the point of the podcast as well, to motivate people here, to people that live in Brazil, in different places, in different countries, that they to understand that they must, in my opinion, maybe your opinion as well, they must try to learn more English. They must try to practice anyhow, anyway. What do you say? Was it the foundation helped you to click when you got to UK? Or, I mean, the transition was really huge, right? Brazil to Middle East and then UK. And then you just clicked. What really helped? Or what's the point there, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The foundation was the vocabulary and the years I learned in Brazil. That there is no doubt in that. Like, no doubt in that at all. If I hadn't had the years of practice and the good teaching that I had to, because it's not only
that's good point.
The good teaching that I had, I don't think my development would be that fast and that good when I was out, because it's not, we hear a lot, right? Oh, but you don't have to do anything here, just study something and then you just go. I mean, it's true, of course you're going to develop yourself when you're abroad. That's the only thing you can do, otherwise what, are you going to be mute? You're not.
No,
but
right?
But to have a good English, to have a good language development, you do have to have a nice foundation. You do have to have a nice basics. You do have to have nice a good place to start. And that was when I used to study a lot in Brazil.
Right, and then from UK, how long did you stay in UK for?
In the UK, I think 1 year. 1 year.
All right.
Only.
And then from there, where did you go? Gone. You have a lot still.
Yeah. So then after that, I went to back to the Middle East. Because my home used to be the Middle East then, right? So Brazil, Middle East. In Middle East, I lived in Dubai and Sharjah and yeah. And then back to then UK, I lived in Turkey. I don't know if you guys or you Adi know Agatha Christie, but it's her city. It's
Agatha Christie, the British writer.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Her, and then back to the Middle East. I used to live in Dubai again, and then after that I moved back to Brazil, and then I was already 18.
All right, can you place us the year? As I said, last time I met you,
2000. That was 2014.
Right? Oh God, you traveled in place in time, because last time I saw you was 2019, right? Okay, good. Carry on from there, from your 2014, and meet me in 2019 again. Let's go.
Yes. So in 2014, I went back to Brazil, and then in Brazil, I had to redo my diploma because my Mac didn't approve my diploma. My diploma is a IB diploma, and they didn't. But anyway, and then I had to redo.
But you were already back in Brazil then?
Yes.
All
I was
right,
already back.
okay.
I'm in Mac in Sistema de Ensino.
Okay,
the
teaching system. Okay.
Yeah. So
the Brazilian system, the teaching system. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then I went back to Brazil, had to redo my whole high school, and then I was in São Paulo, the capital.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and then in the capital, I had I could work in a Korean newspaper, and then.
So that means you speak Korean.
Yeah.
You did say we mentioned that by now. Just now, we just talked about in English, and then you speak Portuguese, and then you speak Korean, and you speak Spanish. And I didn't want to lay out, but let's talk. What language can you speak at the moment? Then, what language can you speak?
So now I speak Portuguese, Spanish, English, Korean, and German.
Ah, very nice. How did you learn German? Where?
Yeah, not fluent yet though, but I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then look. I'm kind of in between, like 2014 and 2019. You in São Paulo, yeah? The timeline here is São Paulo. And then?
And then in 2016, I think, I went to Vargem again.
Which is the countryside of São Paulo, right?
Yes, the countryside of São Paulo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in 2016 or 17, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2000.
Just about.
Yeah, just about it. I went back to Vargem, and then I started to work for a global Japanese company, and that has one of the branches in the countryside of São Paulo, which is that same city that I just mentioned.
And then was when I saw you for the last time, 2019. You worked there for a while in 2019.
4 to 5 years.
5 years, really?
5 years.
So
yeah.
You left the company then. How long ago? Just place me time again. Because last time I saw you was 2019.
Yeah. And then I left when it was 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the pandemic thing, and then you moved out. Then where did you go? Where did you go?
I moved to another city next to the same city, but like 1 hour further. It's I moved there to finish my college.
Okay.
Try college, and I kind of fell in love with the city. For me, it was much better, and so I was there. I also used to study there for university. I did modern languages, which is translates to letras in Brazilian Portuguese.
Okay, that's your graduation, yeah?
Yeah,
right.
And then I did English and Portuguese, and I used to study there and work in schools. I taught in normal grad schools and high schools,
You
language
taught English.
schools.
You taught English. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, English and Brazilian Portuguese for foreigners. Not in the
Okay.
private lessons too.
And where are you at the moment? Place us again. Where are you? In Korea.
Now I'm in Korea. I'm in
Hmm.
Seoul.
No, okay. And
Yeah.
what have you been doing there? Tell us now. Then let's take you now. Then what are you doing there? What have you been doing?
I have arrived in what 5 days ago.
You
Five,
arrived there. Uh,
yeah, I just
you
got
arrived.
here.
You just got there. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean,
just got.
can you place us? What happened? You got a job there? Were you studying there? You on holidays or vacation? Go on, place us.
So I have this social media project called Veggie Vibes, and I also create content for my personal Instagram account, which is Park Marjo. For anyone who's interested,
Very good. Good.
yeah,
We get it.
I
We get the subtitles here. Okay.
okay,
All
okay,
right.
um, and yeah, so this whole year for me has been very crazy, chaotic, hectic, and ups and downs, but mainly with trips. I started being living a nomadic life in the start of the year, and
Mm.
so I started with Asia, Southeast Asia, studying about food and how to have access to information about food. Um,
How did you
Also,
start in this business? How did you start? Place us and carry on talking about, please. How did you start? Tell people here everything you need to tell, so people can follow
yeah.
you. We are going to have your social media here, everything, but tell your history there. Please start in the business.
So to start the start,
Okay, go on.
I'm vegan.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. and and when I became a vegan person, I
Mm,
had a lot of trouble finding good professionals to take care of me. That being said,
beautiful.
I can I mean doctors, nutritionists, nutrologists.
Let's say, especially in Brazil, back in Brazil, right? Because
Yeah.
again, I'm just up to the point. I'm vegetarian.
Wow, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
but not vegan.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you remember that, but I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian. But in Brazil, it's very difficult to to keep strict. I can tell you that. And being honest, it's very hard. I start being a vegetarian when I lived in England, and okay, I'm back in Brazil for about 20 years now, right? And yeah, it's been kind of hard to keep strict. But anyway, the thing here is not about me; it's about back to you. Just to point it out, go. I fully understand how hard it can be in Brazil.
Yeah. My main thing was to keep healthy, right?
Right.
It's because I don't actually like meat, so I don't struggle on temptation or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
the point is, like, what am I gonna eat so I don't get sick?
Right.
Um, so when I became vegan, I started to struggle with professionals that would help me getting healthy.
So hard. So difficult.
And so, like, I would often bump into people that would be like, oh, yeah, so you don't eat meat, right? Fine. Like that. And then I was like,
Difficult. hard.
sheesh, you know, like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Like, but anyway. And so nutritionists that would just take the case so that they can have some money, but then wouldn't actually have me a nice diet, which is not because I want to lose weight or anything. Again, it's just about being healthy, right? And so after a lot of it, I had to study myself on how to actually be healthy, how to
Right.
eat well, how to not, struggle so much on eating basics that I wouldn't need vitamins in the end of the month, and things like that. and then because of that, I started to, have more and more information, and I realized that it's very simple, but the accessibility to these informations are not so explicit. It's not so there for us.
It's not available, actually. It's not really available.
Exactly. It's it's the accessibility problem. And then I was like, well, I'm somebody that has studied, has some some plus here on how to get to the internet. I know how to Google things. I know how to look for a science article. I know, if you think about it, I'm actually on the run. I'm actually starting before people, right? So I'm already, forward, and yet I'm still struggling to get information. So imagine these other people that don't even know how to Google things.
Yeah.
Yes, internet is there. Yes, information is there, but they're where? How to get this information is the question here. So then this point started to bother me. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to give these people simple information.
What's that timeline? You're still in Brazil then?
Yeah.
When everything's happening, still in Brazil. Just to keep the timeline here, okay? All right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I'm still in Brazil.
Yeah, because Brazil, we the literature for vegetarian or vegans is very hard, right? I mean, it's very hard to find the information. Carry on, placing there. You're still in Brazil. It's very, difficult to become a vegan. And carry on.
And then I'm not only difficult, the literature is not only difficult, but people refuse to give you that information because it's cultural. It's cultural to have dead bodies in your plate.
Okay.
So
got it. I like the way you said bodies in your plate. Okay. I like what you said.
Yeah, because it's true. And then after thinking about this point, I kind of just went after my own information, and then I thought, man, I have to do something about it, because after going after so many bad professionals, I might actually become the professional I missed.
Whoa. Okay, nice. So what did you do? Did you go to university? Did you take a course? Did you, what did you do? Tell us.
Yeah. So my first idea was to become a nutritionist.
Right.
Yeah, but then that's not my first. That's not my first. The only path I can go with. I can also have other ways to go, and so the path I chose now is the social media path. So I will keep studying, I will keep reading, and just like normal studies. and yeah, so I'm gonna be the person that disseminates real information on social media so people can understand how to eat better. My main thing is not to convince people to be vegan. My main thing is to tell people what they can eat. Why? Of course, I'm not going to be telling people to eat meat, but I don't want to like for them to not eat meat. I just want to tell them why vegetables are nice and how they can get healthy with vegetables.
And how good is that for you? It works for you, and it might work for other people. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And how can actually how it can actually be good for them in general. Cheaper, they can plant, which is very easy actually. So in many of my trips, I have been going and looking into permaculture and and learning how to plant small, simple vegetables that you can have in your backyard. If you're in an apartment, how to have a vertical plantation.
Nice engineering there, really nice engineering there. You have to teach some more. Yeah, really amazing there. And how comes you in Korea?
Yeah, so it's really
you see the timeline here. Our timeline has changed a lot, in the conversation. So people keep track.
Yeah.
What you said you haven't been there for just 5 days. So
all of this talk that we are having, I thought in the start of the year.
Right.
And then I started being nomad, right? And then I went to Malaysia, and then
place us first. You were back in São Paulo then.
Yeah, São Paulo. And then I went to Malaysia.
Right.
Then Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand. I was there for some months. And then I could have some knowledge on their food too. And then in there for me was like, all right, so this is something here that the plants here and the ecosystem is very very similar to what we have in the north of Brazil in general, actually, to be honest. Why is it that in Brazil our staple food is rice, beans, and a steak, and here people don't actually rely so much on beef because there are no cattle here, but the plants are still the same. So anyway, all of this.
Now I have to ask about the business. You're doing this by independently? You have been employed by someone? You decide just kind of, okay, I'm here in Brazil, I'm here in São Paulo, I'm fed up with all this, It's very hard for people to be vegetarian, very hard to be people to be vegan. I'm going to travel the world and find new things. Tell us what happened, I want to know. I have to,
I'm guessing. Exactly it. So
that's the timeline, and then you are in Korea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get here.
All right, then. Okay.
Yeah. And then I did Southeast Asia first, Malaysia, Thailand, blah blah. And then, to answer your question, I sold everything I had. My car, all of my furniture. I did all of this, the selling thing, so I could have some money and then start the journey.
Okay.
But yeah, that was basically it. Fed up with everything, get out of here. Bye. And then sorry.
And how do you call yourself now? A writer, blogger, YouTuber? How do you call yourself at the moment then?
I have a tag, I think.
Please, I need to know. Place myself as well, because as I said, last time I saw you was in 2019. So the conversation has taken. So the timeline here for the conversation, so people follow us as well. So 2019, then you got all this travel and you got all these changes. Give us the timeline and give us the position here. Go on. Are you a blogger? What are you doing? What's your job at the moment? Tell us.
So I can say that I think in my LinkedIn actually
Yeah.
it says vegan nomad.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna literally read what's on my LinkedIn account,
Okay.
which is nomadic vegan,
Mm,
permaculture and nutrition languages teacher.
nice.
But I maybe I kind of have this prejudice with influencer and blogger tag. I
Mm.
don't know if I want to be called that, even
I
though
don't want to. I just want to know. I just want to kind of place people that are watching us. Uh, you
Mhm.
know, about what you're doing and the change that you have been through. Because come on, Brazilians. One of the difficult things we have in Brazil, is the language. That's why my podcast is also about language, learn English. But here we kind of you take us around the globe. You take us around the different cultures. You, Marjorie, yeah. So it's a big change for people to follow, and of course, it's part of our culture to be at home. To how Brazilians are, right? But you showing about something very different here. You took a decision. You just left
Yeah.
the country. Yeah, I know that with your mom you had a bit of travel before. I remember that, and then you just changed. You just moved about. So that's why I'm saying I'm asking you to place us because how to people so people can follow. And how do you are in where are you now? I'm kind of lost on the track. Where are you now at the moment again? You are in
Yeah. So now again,
yeah in
right
Seoul.
now, yeah.
Seoul.
Now I'm in Seoul, Korea.
See, see. What are you doing there? You have been there for 5 days. Place us there now, back there.
Uh,
And what's your view from here to there? From there to where you going?
5 days from here in Seoul, right? You're asking?
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I came here 5 days ago, kind of, and I have been looking into um, new places. So the
That's
first thing I
good.
want to do is I like to do when I get to a new place is how to live a normal life. So I do my field study.
Okay, nice.
um, um, Actually, now I'm in this moment, um, Airbnb, because the apartment that I'm going to be living is going to be ready later today. So I'm
Mm,
ready. But so I have been looking into places, understanding where I'm going to be
right.
at. So how to live a normal life, how to go to the gym.
If you
Um,
can live a
it,
normal life.
yeah. Well, you know, for me, and um, yeah. So I've been doing this field study of how what to do or where to have fun too. Studying. Universities here have winter classes for foreigners, so that
Nice.
they can teach us the language or any other course.
That's
Um,
good. That's amazing.
I'm going to stay at a place that is just about 5 to 10 minutes from stations and the Korean university. So there's a lot to explore. So that's what I have been doing. I have been exploring the
No,
surroundings.
I think we got a timeline now. And what are you planning from there now? How long you stay there?
I don't have a plan to leave now. I'm here now, and I'm going to be looking into places, and I'm going to explore, understand how things work. I'm happy here now, so
I'm very happy to hear that.
yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna be here until I don't find myself happy in content, and if I think it's not fulfilling myself, then I'm living to the next destination.
Okay, and any idea? You don't no idea what that would be for now.
No. For me, I don't work with a lot of deadlines.
Okay.
Because maybe something happens tomorrow. I will just destroy everything that I had planned, and then I'll leave.
And how can people follow you? Tell us here how people can follow you, please. So we leave here register for everybody. How can people follow you? Your work and what you're doing.
Social media. People can understand what's going on my social media. It's at Park Marjo and at Veggie Vibes. So I will update everybody there. I just created a TikTok yesterday. I was so reluctant to do it, but
I understand. I got the feeling. I understand.
Oh yes! Oh my god! But
no, nothing to be ashamed of. It's okay.
Yeah. But it's just a page where I'm gonna post videos. So people, the range is higher. So yeah, on TikTok is also Park Marjo, and Instagram and TikTok Park Marjo and Veggie Vibes.
Really, really nice, Marjorie. It's been a pleasure. I can say I really miss you. Our conversation.
I miss you too.
Yeah, okay. It has been really great. Thank you for you to take your time and in being here with me. Really,
and for calling me.
No, it's been a pleasure. My God, and I think we should meet again. Following up your adventures. I would call it adventures, and I know you have your head straight. You're doing a really good job. And especially the language thing, amazing. Okay, speaking five language. Congratulations. You have been a long way, and I'm a fan. You're really real fan. Okay.
I'm your fan too. Come on.
Okay, you're really cool. And we have a very a good friend in common, like George. I would like to thank George here. Okay. He said he told me you gotta have Marjorie on your podcast, and there we go. You're here.
Yeah.
It's been a ride, and when the first time when we met, you were 10 years old, and now you are grown up, woman. And I wish you all the best.
I wish you all the best, Adi. Thank you so much for the words. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being part of my journey too, because I can only be here and I can only do all this hectic adventures because you also taught me the language and taught me how to actually communicate. So.
I really appreciate that, right? And the same, okay? You're part of my history as well as a teacher. And as a person, because we meet, we talk, we kind of became friends, and then I kind of saw you grow, and I wish you all the success. Okay, good luck there.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye, Marjorie, and let's keep in touch. And you come back here.
Okay, just text me, and I'll be here.
All right then. Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.